Let's bring him on. 15 years in the NFL. All-time sack leader for the Pittsburgh Steelers, James Harrison. Multiple Super Bowls, multiple Pro Bowls. All right, before I get to our little game here, I said, listen, NBA players often demand trades. We hate them for an hour. But, if they take less money, they want to win games. OBJ is not a bad human. His career stacking up the injuries and losses, Giants in Cleveland. I said if I was OBJ, I would privately demand a trade. I never fit, never my place. The teams he wants to go to, reportedly New England, Seattle, Pittsburgh, San Francisco, coaches, winning cultures. Mm-hmm. The kid wants to win.
Yes.
So that's one thing I'll say about him. I don't have a drug past. He's Randy Moss. He's great and a little needy. Whatever.
Okay.
Demanding a trade. Are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that. I don't see a problem with that. I think the reason NBA players can demand trades and get it done is because their contracts are fully guaranteed. And like, I have this player here, I have to pay him no matter what. And if he's here and he doesn't want to be here, am I going to get the best out of him, get my money's worth? No, I'm not. So what I do is I find where he wants to go, a team that's willing to accept the terms that I wanted to give to get him there, and trade him. I don't see a problem with a player in any position wanting to do that. So if NFL players finally get that same setup going, then you will see a lot more players going places that they want to go, getting out of situations that they don't want to be in. I have no problem with a player wanting to go somewhere else if he feels the situation he in isn't fitting for him.
And do you think OBJ is a good guy? Needy, but a good guy.
Yeah, definitely. He's a good guy. I mean, I've had conversations with him. I've talked with him. He's a good person. It's, he wants to win. He's looking at it, and he has injuries. He's playing through injury right now. He has been, and even Baker Mayfield said that things weren't handled correctly. So, with that being the case, he wants to win. He wants to win now, and he doesn't see that happening there, and the fit is just not working for him.
Tom Brady didn't make the Pro Bowl. Maybe a bigger concern, not a single offensive player for the Patriots made the Super Bowl. Lamar's got 11 teammates who made the Pro Bowl. Mm-hmm. Tom's got Dante Hightower in a corner. And Matt Slater, terrific special teams guy. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of blame on Brady this year. I think it's just as much the culture, and it's a rigid system. It's hard for young players to walk into it and star. It's a very rigid, complex system. Mm-hmm. That's why they like guys like James Harrison. They like guys that are in the league. Stephon Gilmore, the game. I'm not teaching you the game. Mm-hmm. You're 29, you're 30. I blame a lot of this on their culture, which is too rigid.
I wouldn't blame it on the culture. It's just they're number 2 in drops. If a lot of these guys catch these balls, then the numbers are totally different from what you're seeing now. And Tom has done more with less in the past. And right now it's getting to that point to where he's not able to do that. It's not a Tom Brady year. It's not a Tom Brady performances that you're used to seeing. The offensive line is so bad they can't pass block, they can't run block. He's not getting that normal time that he needs. So they're trying to set up different ways to get the ball out of his hands faster. And guys are jumping onto that he's going to do a quick throw to whoever it may be. Julian is playing hurt, and at times he looks like he's just wore down in the third and fourth quarters of games. And when you're playing hurt, it wears on you. Like, it makes you physically tired along with the actual pain that you're trying to play through.
Yeah, it's funny. I told my son this. When you're cold skiing, you got to be warm, because if you're cold, it saps your energy.
Yes.
When you're hurt, same thing in football. It just sucks the life out of you.
Yes.
I said I'm going to support Baker. I think next year they face weaker teams, third-place schedule, far more offensive coaches than defensive coaches. Baker's fine. He's not Drew Brees. Stop the comparisons. Mm-hmm. I still think he's a stock you can buy. On the market, he's a stock that's at 25, and I think he's closer to a $40 to a $50 stock. Do you buy that, or are you done with him?
I buy it, and here's why I buy it, is because he has regressed from what he was last year,
badly.
Even coming out from his rookie year, coming out of college. He was like one of the most accurate, throws that were coming out. Now you're seeing him consistently throwing the ball high, and I think that comes down to things as far as, like, he doesn't have Freddie Kitchens as his quarterback coach anymore. That's the head coach now. I don't see you letting a rookie pick his head coach, but okay, that's what you do. Now he has another quarterback's coach. His quarterback's coach is a guy named Ryan Lindley or something.
Yeah, played.
This guy played for 5 teams in 3 years in the NFL. I think he got a 3-touchdown, 11-pick record. And some guys aren't great players, and they're better coaches, but he was coaching as a GA in San Diego State in 2017, 2018. He was the running backs coach last year, and now he's Baker's quarterback coach. So I'm trying to understand exactly what it is that he can be teaching him that obviously is not helping him to go to another level from what he was last year to where he is this year. And when that's your actual guy that's supposed to be teaching you to improve and you're actually regressing and he's not a proven coach himself, then what are you doing?
Do position coaches matter that much?
I believe my position coach was Keith Butler, and I credit Keith Butler with everything that I have except for the only person I credit more is Dick LeBeau. It's Dick LeBeau and it's Keith Butler. My position coach was a great position
What did
coach.
he pull out of you that you wouldn't have had?
He gave me all the skills, the information and knowledge to go out there and play my position, like things where he's like as far as just technique, you know what I'm saying, and how you can perform better if you're set up a different way to get the run done versus get the pass done or transitioning to that. Like your position coach can help you a lot. It's Dick LeBeau and it's Keith Butler. Those are the two guys I credit. Without Dick LeBeau, there's no James Harrison, but Keith Butler is the guy that formed what Dick LeBeau ended up putting me into.
All right, here we go. We're going to play the game. James Harrison joining us. Harris on, Harris off. I'll give you my 4 awards I would give. Are you on it or are you off it? All right, Here we go. Harris on. I love this graphic. Okay, here we go. You can look really mean when you want to. Okay. All right, Harris on, Harris off. Russell Wilson has 1 Pro Bowler. Lamar has 11. Russell Wilson has the 31st best pass blocking line, the 29th defense, worst special teams, and they're the number 1 seed in the tougher conference. Russell Wilson's my MVP. On or off?
Harris off.
Okay.
I got to get that to Lamar Jackson. I don't care what you do have, what you don't have. It's about your performance of whatever it is that you do have, okay? And Lamar was told by every team that he is going to need to transfer him to a receiver, and Harbaugh gets him, he brings him in, and he makes him into one of the most prolific players in the game right now.
Okay. You're a Lamar Jackson guy. Harris on, Harris off. My coach of the year. Nobody's mentioning him, but a coach that does more with less. Sean McDermott of the Bills, 1 Pro Bowler, in a division with the reigning dynasty, is going to make the playoffs, double-digit wins. The Bills, Sean McDermott is my coach of the year. Harris on, Harris off.
Harris off. You're way off today. How you not going to get at the Harbaugh? He took something that 31 other teams said wasn't possible and made him into exactly what he is right now, which he's going to be as the MVP. You got to get at the Harbaugh.
11 Pro Bowlers. Front office sounds great.
He made 11 Pro Bowlers.
What? Made?
Made.
They were drafted by brilliant executives.
What's wrong with that? That's part of the team. That's part of the coach. Everybody, you said he ain't got no choice in who's drafted? Come on.
Think Harbaugh has a say in who gets drafted?
Why wouldn't he? He got to coach it if that's not the talent I think I need that I can build and make into what I want. Why would I be like, oh, it's cool, go ahead, draft me? Would I be like, hey, draft, give me you in the 3rd round? Like, we're going to make you into whatever it is.
Hurtful. All right, here we go. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I believe John Gruden has a style, and Josh Jacobs allowed Gruden ball to flourish. He likes powerful running backs because he was a rare Alabama running back that came into this league without 5,000 carries. He was fresh. He was energy. He elevated Derek Carr. Josh Jacobs, my rookie of the year. Harris on or Harris off?
Harris on.
Okay.
I totally agree with you right there. Just looking at what his body of work this year, I mean, I don't see anyone else that, in my opinion, comes close to that is a rookie. So, Harris on.
Yeah. You know, the thing about John Gruden, we think of him as this quarterback guru, but the history shows what he does develop are really good running games, power running games, and Jacobs, fresh out of Alabama without all those carries, to me was the shock of the first round. Finally, Defensive Player of the Year, Harris on, Harris off. With Duck Hodges, they're still a playoff potential team. T.J. Watt, I think, for the Pittsburgh Steelers, in that excellent linebacking core, is a dominant player and a game changer. Harris on, Harris off, defensive player of the year.
I want to say Harris on, but I can't. Harris off.
Okay.
I have to give it to Gilmore. He is shutting down whole players, whole sides of fields.
Stephon Gilmore, Patriots.
Yes, no question. He's taking players that are number one receivers and just totally shutting them down. And when you have a guy that can cover a receiver like that, that gives you that extra time you need to get to the quarterback. That gives you that extra time you need to whatever it do on the front seven. You know what I'm saying? So with his play and the numbers he's putting up as far as interceptions, defending, people's not even throwing his way. Come on.
All right. Harris on, Harris off. Appreciate you playing with us. Love the picture of Harris off. Look very intimidating. Harris on, you're a businessman. Harris off, I'm not doing business.
Look, where the camera.
Yeah, it's a frightening look. Good seeing you, James Harrison. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.